What is the biggest challenge organizations face today? Your quick answer may be being agile or being innovative, right? But what I find out is that the biggest challenge of organization is uncertainty about future. So, right now, what we need to focus on is we need to focus that how we can, cope up with the uncertainty, be it from the perspective of COVID or be it from the perspective of fourth industrial transformation, or you can say fourth industrial revolution. Technically, what I believe is that being agile or being innovation or being innovative is more like a corporate fashion. In reality, every decision management is making or every action a team is taking is basically to cope up with the uncertainty. So the obvious or the next obvious question would be that how do I or how do an organization navigate an uncertain environment? Well, technically, there is no one single formula that I would give you and say that, use it and it's done. But I believe there are some steps that you can take to navigate in an uncertain environment and stay relevant. And technically, and more importantly, these are the skills that I have learned over the period of time, and I'm using it myself importantly right now. So if you look at the the first step is accept the uncertainty, be optimistic, but not Pollyannish. When people talk about uncertainty, they try to be more optimistic. Being optimistic is good. As a leader, your job is to give hope to your team, hope to the market, hope to your shareholder, but you cannot give them a false hope. So the first thing is you cannot say that there is no uncertainty. You should accept it, you should acknowledge it, and you should talk to everybody that okay, this is an uncertain time, we have to see things, but give to balance your optimism with the Pollyannish thing. So the first thing is accept it. The second thing, I think this is the key thing for me, because that helped me to stay relevant, and that helped me to move on also, is the step that I used to follow is to revisit your personal or your organization purpose, that why you are doing this job or why you are running this organization. So purpose basically gives you hope, purpose gives you fuel, and you understand that how I need to work and why I need to work. So whatever the environment is, whatever the uncertainty is, whatever the conditions are, if you are true to your purpose, you will move on. So that is the key thing. The third step I would say is assess the opportunities and improvements with empathy. Sometimes what you happen is that you go for opportunity and you miss the empathy part, or you want to improve some business area, some functional area in your organization, but again you are too much towards transformation, you are too much towards change management. So any transformation, any business change, any adaptation, any merger and acquisition, you want to talk about it. It's very important. But if you are doing it from the purpose of change, from the purpose of transformation, it's not going to make value out of it. So you need to use empathy. You need to see the environment. You need to see the adaptation, and then to go for it. Then the fourth option is when you talk about the doing or navigating in uncertainty is to make decisions and don't wait for complete information or don't wait for detailed information. You see, decisiveness, I believe, is the key to success when you are in an uncertain environment. If you are waiting too long to have a complete information or accurate information, you will miss the boat, you will miss the opportunity. So what you need to do is you need to start with the beginning mindset. You need to see that okay, how these things are going to unfold, and you should be ready that whatever decision you make, it may be changed or improvised in future. So that is the step number 4. Step number 5, I would say, is execute your initiatives with experiment in your mind, or you can say execute your experiments with agility. Because what happens is that when you start initiatives and you build lots of hope that you will achieve ABC, or you think that there will be no uncertainty, then it means you are in deep water. You see, whenever I talk about uncertainty, I say there are two types of uncertainties. One uncertainty is all about the scope of the project. So what you are going to deliver, how you are going to deliver, what are the technologies. So these are the aspects that you need to look into it from the scope uncertainty. But the key area is what would be the uncertainty when the product is done, when the service is done, when the merger is done, when the transformation is done. So how people are going to use it, how people are going to get the value out of it. So it is the uncertainty of a value or uncertainty of an outcome. So you need to to see these things and say that whatever initiative you are executing, you are actually experimenting, and you're not only experimenting the scope, you're also experimenting the adoption. So this is the key step, the fifth step here. Now the sixth step, sometimes when we do execute projects or programs or initiative, whatever you want to call it, we oversimplify a lot of things. You need to embrace the complexity. There will be multiple dependent parameters, multiple dependent factors that you need to unearth, step by step, and move on. I believe that those who made history are ones who build a system. You are not going to build a product, you're not going to build a service until unless you have a system mindset, and you think that, okay, I'm going to do that. There may be lots of new surprises to me in terms of interactions, in terms of stakeholder adaptation, in terms of stakeholder agreements and approvals, but we'll go through with this thing. And I'm not here to build a product, I'm here to build a system which actually help my product to flourish. So if you want to lead the uncertainty, I must say you should embrace the complexity. And finally, the last or seventh step, I must say, is communicate ethically and emotionally. So don't say things which you think that you want to sell something, but tell them what it is, what it could be, how you are going to help them. So be ethical in terms of your communication, in terms of creating a hope, and then see that how you are resonating with the leader, with the individual, what would be the value for your product, for your service, for your company, for them during that certain time or in the future also. So at the end, I must say these seven steps are very crucial, that you can use them. I am using it for myself, I'm recommending you to use you. And for those who are joining us in our upcoming project and program management courses, I'm going to use these steps with models and framework, that what model, what framework, what tools you should use to navigate all these steps to be a leader for future, or to be a leader who can navigate uncertainty and become the future leader. So I hope you like this video. Thank you.